Now I have a microphone selected, so maybe that will be better. And we will now check the microphone volume. Yeah, my computer updated last night, so fairly decent update. So, yeah. For some reason, my stream is not wanting to show up on my second display. But I did check it on my phone and it is showing up there, so. Yeah. It's weird. The video doesn't want to show up, but the audio shows up. So it's confusing to me. Yeah, some tile is not loading in properly right now on the mod view. But if I go to Stream Manager, I might be able to see it. Sorry, guys. This is just going to take a tiny bit. Probably. If I'm in the Stream Manager view, I can actually see my video. And I can see the chat. So we're going to be in that view for now. Do I have I have it muted in that view. And now it's not muted. Waha. All right. Anyways, so last stream, I know we weren't able to actually build. But this stream, we should be able to, because I've actually gone and checked. And I do have build permissions for the building area for the build. And I also... Spooky... no, it's Warp. Spooky 2020. And that should... Oh, no. Scary. It's scary. Don't worry. Scary 2020. There we go. All right. Anywho, I have a new router and modem. So that was replaced today. Changed that out because figured that the internet issues that I was having were probably from the other router and modem. So, yeah. So this is going to be our plot. So we're going to need to go ahead and set up. First thing that you do is you set up a base, right? Anywhere that you go, the first thing that you do is set up a base. So that's what we're going to do. We need a base of operations for this build. So there we go. Got to go plop our shulker boxes down. We'll put the shulker boxes on the inside like so. Boom. And then we're going to take my furnaces, blocks of coal. We're going to go actually should make this automated. I'm probably the only person who's going to actually build a super smelter at their build, but whatever. At their build competition plot. It just seems kind of strange for that to be a thing. But there is a reason that we brought things to use. Like the stack of iron that I thought I had packed. Okay, not really a stack of iron, but close enough, right? Okay, so we put down that. We need a ton of chests. I had a couple of chests, or a chest, I suppose, in there. We need 10 hoppers. As so. If you're wondering why we need this, it's for netherrack, which, of course, my main build project right now is my my smelter system back at my base. That's the big giant area that I've been hollowing out, and that's of course not done yet, so kind of makes it really come down to this. And of course you don't get a lot of, hold on, throw 2 stacks of netherrack into each. We got plenty. We'll just fill them up all the way. All of the way. Okay. Because 4 of these translates into 1 of what we actually need. So we don't need the bricks. We need the nether bricks themselves. I don't remember what they're called. I'm not paid to remember what they're called. I'm just the one who's using them. So, you know. I don't know if anyone's actually paid to know what they're called. I know I'm not. So, anyways, our smelter array for that. So now, what is this project actually going to be? It's going to be a mine. So I decided I would love to do it a little bit more. If I had more time, more than just a week and a couple days, I would like to make this bigger. But what we're going to do is we're going to make kind of... I'm timid as to calling it a haunted house, because that might not actually match that description, but some kind of a build that's a Halloween build. So we're gonna make a mine shaft essentially, and then in the nether, so using these nether blocks and stuff. Part of why I have so many on me, and then we're going to make it collapsed in and stuff like that. So I actually have, now that I'm smelting all of that netherrack, I actually have more blackstone than netherrack with me. But I know back at my base, I have more netherrack than I do blackstone, because this and the blackstone in my shop, which I will not pull from for this project, is all the blackstone that I have. And I don't think no one's bought out the shop yet. That's Wild's build. Mine's not gonna look that good, I don't think. Yeah. So we are going to do what I normally do and combine something to do with extreme order, like chunk boundaries, and then less extreme order, like randomized things that are still kind of ordered, to determine exactly how we're going to, the size of this build. Maybe I should lay out the paths that I want it to go along first. I don't have shears. I think shears are the preferred tool for carpet. That would make it a little bit faster. We'll kind of make it a little bit of a maze. Not a very big maze. We're going to have this be our starting point, by the way. So this area here, whenever we finish with the build itself, our starting area will be here. This, and then, so our entry will be here on this end, right? And we will go ahead. We're going to build the structure out of netherrack because it's really easy to break. So initially, you start here. We'll just leave the carpet torn up. And then eventually, like down here, it's going to narrow like that to be 3 wide for the most part, and then it will be 2 wide in some areas. I don't think I'm going to go down to 1 wide, but we'll see. Okay, that's going to be a corner, a rotation. There. Then there, there, there. So we have a corner here. Actually, better idea than doing the corner that way. We go like this, and then this way. We do ourselves a little cave-in action. So I'm not sure exactly how that's going to look, but that's going to kind of be our symbol for a cave-in. Let's turn off trunk borders, because I will stick to those if I leave them on. We will incorporate a little bit of diagonal building. That's going to need to be wider because of the kind. But actually, we're going to come down like this first. And then we're going to pivot off of this point here. And then we're going to go diagonal, straight up diagonal like that. And then we're going to rotate slightly. Like that, and then come out, make this one way people can go. This will be a cave-in. I think we went over 1 block too far. So we'll pull it to back here instead. Like so, because I need room. So it's not really going to be a maze. It's not going to make you feel like you can't get out or anything like that. I mean, maybe, depending on how much you get lost, how easily you get lost, it might make you feel like you're trapped a little bit. We're going to hope that no one who's going to come through here is that easy to get trapped. Because otherwise we're going to have some issues with this. Yeah. I'm thinking about that one, and that could be pretty darn interesting. if people were getting trapped in the haunted house. Oh no, that doesn't look pretty. There we go. Okay, and then we're gonna have a tunnel coming out on a diagonal like that. Smaller tunnel, right? Doesn't necessarily look like the best place to go. I need a drink apparently, really? Idea. Part of this is that I want this to be playable, right? I want people to actually be able to come in and play this like it's a map or something. But, you know, more like Wilds and not just be like a build. Because I think that's a really cool idea. So we're going to make this area, we're not going to do too much worry about terraforming on the outside. So we'll go ahead and, again, we're just putting down the outline of the house or the structure, the mine, if you will. Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Welcome, welcome. By the way, for anyone who doesn't know, New is a mod pack developer, and I forgot the command that I made. I think I made a command for sharing the pack, but I haven't streamed the pack yet, so I haven't used it yet. Yeah. Dinos. So New has made a Dinos pack, and me and a couple of other people on FooCraft, there's a decent number actually, who has been able to alpha test it, and it's going to potentially some point become a beta. So an open beta on CurseForge. So I'll need to update my link to also include that one once that actually gets published. So you do want walls to be a little bit thicker so that we don't have to have the same block used on every side. So now if I were going to describe this in manufacturing terms, this is the roughing pass. Excuse me. For this build. So we're going to have another cave in over here, which means we can make it a little narrower, make it look like they were going to like they were just starting on this branch, then it fell in. I've seen what cave-ins look like. They're not pretty. I don't know how much I want to recreate them. They're not like super bad looking, so I might be fine completely recreating them. Thank you for DMing the link to the when it becomes a beta for that. Just waiting on CurseForge to do their thing. I know how that can be. It can take a little bit. Yeah. I've made 2 packs in the past, since have never been updated, but they've been made. But yeah, they're pretty much just assortments of mods that people wanted me, or that I was using on YouTube and people wanted to have access to. Was really what it was. All right, New. Thank you for stopping by. Yep. It can take a few hours to, I think, a day or two, especially if it's the first release that is going out onto CurseForge. It can be a little while. If it's just like an update to a pre-existing pack, it doesn't take as long to get approved normally. But if it's a new one, then it will be a bit. But you know that because you've done that with packs before. I think there's going to be little treasure things that people can take as they come through here too. I think that'd be a really neat thing to do. Neat. That's an interesting word to say. And I think that's not an actual word. As most of the words that I say probably aren't actually words. It might have been easier if I just went through and ripped up all of the carpet at first. And then I did oh yeah, this is a wall. Okay, so we're gonna go and fill in walls that are going to be walls to help me remember where I said there was going to be a wall that was going to be a wall. Yeah, well, hopefully it doesn't take as long for this pack. Oh, wait a second, that was the entrance. I just blocked off the entrance to the game. That would be a problem, wouldn't it? People can't even get in. Invalid manifest? Wow. Hopefully not. Hopefully we don't have to repeat that. That sounds like it would suck. Because then you have to figure out, oh, is it their problem? Is it my problem? Because I know that there was one time where I was using the Twitch app for your alpha. It would save a bunch of decorating time. All right, New. I hope that they get back to you soon on the pack, but have a good walk. Or leaving the house time. Whatever it is you're doing. All right. Will do. Would do. Okay, this is going to be another cave-in over here. Leaves some dead space, but makes it more realistic if you have a little bit of dead space in it as well. Dead space in the build. I don't know if I'm actually going to bring this all the way out that way. We'll see. But anyways, yeah, I've had issues in the past, though, where, like, downloading a manifest, well, not downloading the manifest, but executing the manifest, opening it up in Twitch, in the Twitch launcher, I've had to actually restart my Twitch launcher in order for it to actually work in the past. So hopefully, if a dev does have, not dev, but a tester on CurseForge's side has that issue, they will restart their launcher first before saying that there's an issue with the pack. Yeah. I do know that can be fairly annoying. And then yes, I actually paid attention to the Discord for the alpha tester team about that link coming out. I actually saw it on the Discord, like I was paying attention or something. Oh no. That's scary, actually. So then this is our exit. Actually, we should put on the right skin, but I'll do that if we take a break. Because we should be in our miner skin, right? Not in our security guard skin. Curry. So it looks like we have a semi-complete maze here. This isn't going to be this big. I've just made that determination. We're going to cut it off back here. Actually, we're going to bring it out a tiny bit farther so that kind of looks like it's straight. Like that. There we go. Okay. Oh, I'm going to need some armor stands too. I just realized that. Oh, I'm going to have to rip out these shroom lights because I'm going to be putting in different blocks in the floor other than black carpet. Yeah, that is not how I meant to place those carpets. All right, let's run around the outside to see if there's any other carpets missing. Oh, okay, just these. So let's put these back. There we go. And now we're going to strip all of the carpets off of the floor. And then strip out the floor itself. It might be worth it to invest in shears for doing this. So we're going to do that exact thing. I have shears back at my base, but this is faster. Life of mechanical engineer. Oh, this isn't actually faster. Never mind. Water would be faster. Actually, lava should work too. But I don't want to just burn up all the carpets. If we were in the overworld, we could just use water. But that wouldn't work. That wouldn't work right now. I think they actually send you an email when your mod pack is approved. At least I think they sent me an email whenever mine got approved. It's been a while. It's been a little bit of time since. So, things could easily have changed since the last time I uploaded a mod pack to Forge, but things have changed, I'm sure. it depends on how much they've changed is the question at hand. All right, we need some sticks so that we can make ourselves a farming implement, which can also be used to break floors. Or so I thought. Yes, it is the preferred tool, though a diamond one or a netherite one would be much faster. So we might just do that instead. Oh, there's water. We're just going to go get my diamond one. There we go. I am down this way. If I can remember where I'm at. I think it's so interesting. AFK farm right there. AFK farm there. Villager trading hall. Out of the blue. Yeah. Okay, this is going to be faster, slightly, than the iron one. I don't know if I really want to make a netherite one yet. So, I may make a netherite one. I just don't know if I actually will. This shroom light block looks really, really bright, by the way. I'm fairly certain that glowstone is actually darker. Not in literal light level that it emits, but the appearance of it. Like if you just have a couple of them spread around, shroom lights are probably seem to be a little bit of a nicer texture than glowstone. But if you have a large mass of it, I actually like the glowstone texture better. But redstone lamps are even better. I think. That's me. That's my thought on the matter. I do think, as well though, an interesting functionality would be having an inverted redstone lamp or something like that. Like maybe like a redstone lamp, but instead of being crafted with glowstone, it's crafted with these. Or it's a redstone lamp that's crafted with a redstone torch or something. That way its default is on, but then if you power it, it's off. That can make certain indicator systems better. My ping is kind of high, interestingly enough. But my internet seems to be doing alright today. Still, since we've gotten the new router. And it's not like super high, I suppose. There's people who have it higher. So, on a normal day. Alright. Now before we put the floor in, I'm going to do a dangerous thing. It's called clearing my hotbar in the nether. And we're not actually going to clear my hotbar entirely. We're going to keep a few things in my hotbar. But we're going to get a few of our building blocks. So blackstone, netherrack, soul sand, and I should have soul soil. And we're going to get an extra stack of each of these. In theory, I have soul soil. There's soul soil. And then, actually, maybe we should use that as an added. We have basalt. I have basalt generator. We're not going to use these, I don't think. Would dirt go okay around the soul sand? Granite would probably do okay. Being in here is granite. I don't know if I really like granite in the nether. Now if I have magma blocks. Did I sell all of my magma blocks? Or do I have magma blocks here? Because magma blocks would make it. They're at home. I forgot to pack the magma blocks. Or am I selling them? I think I might. It's possible I am selling all of my magma blocks. Which would require me to go to the nether and mine more. Because I don't take stuff out of my shops to use in building projects. That way I force myself to actually work whenever I don't want to. It's probably actually easier to get it from the surface than from below. And we'll go this way with it, I think. Is there any... I'm not exactly sure what the world gen rules are for magma blocks. See a patch of them over there in that wall. So I guess that's one destination we're gonna head to. Right there. Okay. If I pick up the nylium, that could actually be pretty sweet looking too. There's a torch here. Someone's been here. There's signs of civilization by manner of torch. Come back here, you. Oh well. He's probably gonna come back to bite me later. That would be fully of nature of those. Oh. I almost lost all of that stuff which I just broken. Okay, well, I guess. Oh, that's right, they burn. When you step on them, they burn. Le fire. Okay. Is there more somewhere? I think we're good. You know, why am I keep typing this out? Why don't I just do that? Yeah, well now we have the magma blocks I was wanting. And we got some extra of this crimson nylium stuff. Which can be kind of neat too. But magma blocks, we're going to treat as an ore though. So this is how it works, guys. Okay, so we're going to have these different materials, which this is going to be made out of, right? So it's going to be mostly netherrack. Then there's going to be about even amounts of soul sand and all this other stuff. So what we do is we like that. If we land on a tool or something, we go back to the initial slot, and it's actually a pretty high weight that's going to land on a tool. Especially since I don't have a mouse which can do this effectively anymore. Maybe it'd be better. Let it go like this. No, we want it facing vertically. Vertically. Or we can actually even alternate them, I suppose. Actually, maybe just go through like this. This is going to be better if I just do it like that. It's going to be a lot quicker too, so. Okay, there we go. We have that in, and now we want to go through and kind of make little spots where you got black stone, you got some soul sand thrown in there. Here we'll add magma blocks, I think. Right, and then some stuff like the soul soil, which was somewhere. That's more soul sand, but soul soil is here. Maybe I shouldn't stand on the magma blocks either. Boom, boom. We'll go this way because this is the dead end route. Like so. Soul soil. What do you guys think of this? What do you guys think? I think it'll make it interesting to have the different patches of different things in the nether. Like, not something you'd really think about, right? Now, the soul soil and soul sand will kind of screw with you a little bit because they will make you slower ultimately. Not that this is like a speed trial or anything. But one key thing to remember, guys, is that in this, you can die. There are magma blocks. It is possible to die. That, and I haven't come up with a lighting solution yet either. because that will be a thing. And it's not all about the floor. I'm just working on the floor now because the floor is going to affect what goes on the walls. So oop. Well, I guess sand technically requires a shovel most of the time. Anyway, so you kind of see this, right? Where we now have all this, and I just was told to drink. So now you can kind of see, and there needs to be carpets put back there, but we'll do that later, how this is laid out. And the next phase of this is to actually start using these. Actually, no, sorry. The next phase is the walls. So we've now laid out the paths. So now we take down all of the framework that we did. All this framework that we made, this beautiful framework, now goes away because we now know where the floors are. So it doesn't really matter anymore whether the walls are on it. Because we need to replace the walls with different blocks now that we've built them beautifully. Oh, hold on. I forgot part of the floors. The very breakable block too. Okay. So we have the floor pattern laid out. It looks kind of weird right now. But what we want to do, that soul sand, we aren't going to use any soul sand in the walls, I don't think. Any of the soul stuff probably we won't use, I'm sure. I don't think. I think it's going to go like this, where yes. Yep, okay. Whew. Yeah, I can't forget that this floor is hot. Very, very hot as well. Like that hot. Yeah. Yeah. All right. So back here now, we're gonna use blackstone. So this is kind of gonna be like a little bit of a blackstone spot. Here ended with some netherrack, like that. But then back to blackstone. Here, then netherrack along to there. So essentially, this is going to end up looking like if you were just to go and start swinging your pickaxe in the nether. That's what this is going to look like. At least that's the plan. Magma blocks in the walls will be a later on thing. Okay, so kind of the outer perimeter of it's done now. So now for the inner area. So we'll make that black stone. Maybe we'll make like little challenges for people to do too. That might be fun. Like navigate through the maze without burning yourself or something like that. Just fun little challenge things. I'm not that worried about hostiles spawning in this either, so that is one word of warning. I think we'll be good not using more basalt in this, because I don't think I have any more. We will need to get more, but that one's empty. Yeah, okay. We will need to get more basalt before we go through the next layer anyways, so might as well just use all the rest of the basalt that we got. Ow. The floor is lava. Not really, but close enough. It still burns. Gonna go netherrack for the rest of this little bit here. There, and I think that's all of the border covered, and then we're gonna knock out any unneeded blocks just to save on resources, and just got 60 minutes of online time. And I see that the text above the hotbar has been updated, courtesy of RTA Chaos Squared. It used to read 10 minutes of online time above the hotbar, but it now reads 60. Like it is to reflect reality more accurately. I think that was pretty much all the necessary ones. We'll just hold this in the inventory just in case come across more. So this means it's time to head back to the main base to pick up more basalt. So let's unload the inventory a little bit. The shroom lights are there. Soul sand. Okay, let's go back home. And if I come over here, I have made myself a tiny basalt generator. It's not that great. I don't have mine carts. If I wanted to make this better, I could easily just put mine carts in the blocks of the soul soil that are underneath. But yeah, I didn't end up doing that for some reason. I'd have to find out why. Yeah. I'm really excited, guys. I have a final that I could be working on right now that I'm not. I will be. I know I'll have enough time to, or I don't know. I can't say anything for certain, but I'm fairly sure, so not sure, but fairly sure, that I have plenty of time to finish it. It's just I need to, sit down and do it. I've already coded the longest of the function files, and it looks like it's good. It looks like it's good. So I just have to code the two shorter ones, the two shorter function files, and then I should be okay. I want to show timestamps on chat messages, please. And I also want to show mod icons. Thank you. And I want to open up my mod view to see if that's been fixed. So this is kind of like the little break that's not really a break. That's what this is right now. Also, what do all of you guys think about Microsoft having Mojang do or transfer over accounts to be Microsoft accounts? What do you guys think about that? I am curious. I am actually very curious, and it looks like mod view is working for me now. So I'm just going to switch back over to mod view. I have to say, I'm not sure if I really care for it. I would much rather Microsoft not require, or Mojang not require everyone to transfer their accounts to Microsoft accounts. Ultimately, things would end up fairly similar to what they are already. Just that instead of using a Mojang account, you'd be using a Microsoft account. It does require a little bit more information to be given to Microsoft in order for you to be able to make the account with Microsoft than a Mojang account. An old Mojang account, you just needed an email and a password. Microsoft requires a little more than that. Yeah, that was the Mojang account that I had, I think, whenever Minecraft was first purchased by me. I think it was that. The legacy Mojang account. Did I not stock you enough? Oh well, that's fine if I didn't. We're producing a decent bit of that. That's our framing material, by the way, for this build. That. Yeah. we're going to go up another layer. So I need all my building blocks that I put away again. Not the soul sand stuff, like I said earlier. We aren't using the soul sand for it. I'll need this. Take the blackstone that was left over. Soul soil we're not using for the walls either, because fun fact, according to engineering standards, those aren't, they're unfortunately not structural materials. They're not valid structural materials for some reason. I mean, it's not like they're like sand and they're just gonna like slide away. But they're not valid structural building materials, unfortunately. If you can't tell, I was definitely being facetious. I would strongly recommend that if you are a civil engineer, trying to build something out of sand, unless it's a sand castle or an embankment of some kind, is probably not a good idea, and you may lose your job over it. just a word of advice. Or sandcast, I suppose, but I'm not 100% certain why a civil engineer would be making a sand casting. So, I mean, you never know. There's going to be, of course, the exception to like, yeah, it can be used, you know, for something, backfill, something like that, on that order. My computer, yeah, if you weren't here at the start of the stream, my computer updated yesterday, and that's what that Windows notification just was. There is a bug in the update that affects Google Chrome and Windows Explorer. So it sends me messages every few minutes to every couple of hours, whatever, about something needs to be fixed. And I'm like, there was just an update. Fix it. Fix your update. But yeah, I don't know what it is. I'm not the person who coded this OS. I'm not that good at programming. If I tried coding an OS, it probably would not work. Just put it at that. It wouldn't work at first. I would probably figure it out after like 5 years of racking my brain constantly. But yeah, it wouldn't be pretty. OS building is hard, guys. Just a heads up. Sprint got switched to not being toggled. What? Where did my setting go? Oh, it's accessibility, that's why. Sprint is toggle. There we go. I was confused there for a second, but when am I not confused? That's part of my job, is to be confused, because being confused makes me curious. Which means that I find things. Which there are people who would rather I not find them. But it's my job, so I'm gonna find them. Am I the IRS? No. But I will find you still. Not like the IRS, though. I can find you, but I won't necessarily fine you if I find you. Hmm. Hmm. This is turning out all right, I think. I have never tried doing something like this before, by the way. This is the first time I think I've actually really applied myself to trying to design artificial caves. Like from scratch with no backbone or any, like no baseline to work off of other than just like in this way. I don't think I've ever tried. Which is kind of neat, because I do like trying my hand at new things. It can be scary sometimes, but worth it. I think this is going to look a lot better than I thought it was going to look initially. That's what it's turning out to be so far. I thought this was actually gonna like look horrible. Not like, you know, just saying, like, I was not thinking that this would look decent at all, but it is. So it's kind of weird because I'm in this, I'm like just playing off of the whole nether kind of thing and calling that Halloween, you know, calling that a Halloween theme. But it's really not. It's really just another thing. It's the stuff I'm going to add in later that's going to make it more of a Halloween feel. Actually, this one's going to come out an extra block. This one's going to go in a block. Like so. That makes it look really interesting. This is actually really fun. I can see why people like building terrain. in game. I can totally see why people like it. We're actually gonna work on this bit. Actually, this is all like the same bit almost. Not like computer bit, but you know. More blackstone would be a good idea. There we go. Just needed the one block up top. That's good. As such. Now the idea behind putting down the blackstone before we, or the rest of the blackstone bits before we finish putting down the basalt, is that it'll give me a backing to put the basalt on, because it is a directional block. Oh, that's right. That's the big puddle of magma blocks. Okay, that one. I'm actually really curious to know what you guys think about this one. I love it. This is actually sweet. Okay. Let's go ahead and do what we gotta do here. There's clearly some magma in this little area here. Actually, we're not gonna put on that side. We're gonna put on this side. There was clearly some magma there as well. Actually, if we break that. Then we want to go. Actually, that's good. That's good as is. Now, basaltify this area, not like that. I was about to say like that, but then I was like, no, that's actually not the way I want it facing. Now, from a geology standpoint, it would make a lot more sense if I faced all of the basalt the same direction. But since when did Minecraft building always make sense, right? Now, this is one place where sneak toggle? Wow. I can't believe I said it that way. It would make it a tiny bit easier to do this without like burning yourself in the magma blocks, because even though they aren't lava, they still burn. Hey, Apple. Welcome to the stream. Glad to see you back. How are you doing at this moment in time? Hope you're doing all right. Water. I see it. Water is a very good thing. It certainly feels pretty good. Today, since you just have arrived, we're working on our build competition submission for the Halloween contest. And this is just the frame, but it is going to be decorated after I finish building the caves. Yeah. I want to make sure I have everything set to the point. I think I do. That I can now go and build netherrack. Well, thank you. Yep, I know it's late for you there. I know it's late. Really, really, really late. Can you please hold off on the caps, though? Please. Yep. Next week, I am planning on returning to YouTube. So, planning. Just remember that as planning. It's not necessarily going to happen, but it's likely enough that it's going to happen that I'm willing to say it publicly. So, yeah. I'm really looking forward to that, actually. I think that's going to be fun. Okay. That was going to be a cave-in, so we'll have to decorate that a little bit more later. So essentially what I'm doing now is just taking everywhere that I haven't put these and then just putting in netherrack over all of those areas that I haven't already covered up. How? And also occasionally burning myself on magma blocks. As is to be expected. Intentional design feature? Yes. Should that intentional design feature probably have been put in after I finished the rest of the decorating? At least this stage of the decorating probably should have happened first. But you know how often things that are supposed to happen actually happen. So, not always. Where are the other? We're just gonna grab most of the netherrack. Because I will burn through it. Not literally. Even though this is the nether, so burning through it literally would actually make sense. I don't know if I'm going to put any artificial lighting in. I might just leave it as is. Add a couple lava flows, and that'll be it. I'm not sure if I should consider hostile mobs an issue because of the kind of build that this is my main intrigue. My main point of intrigue with it. And also the nether's kind of just bright anyways. I mean, A lot of people say it's dark, which yes, it is dark, but there is ambient light in the nether. So like, do I really need to add to the ambient light source that much with extra light sources? Opinions are always able to be heard on these issues. If we go like so, just keep on placing blocks, right? That's all that this is. It's just keeping on placing blocks. Keep on keeping on until it's done. And then once it's done, it's go and remove some of those blocks that you just placed, because it's time to actually make it look nicer. I'm so looking forward to tomorrow. It is the last day of one of my classes. Oh. It also means that the final is due tomorrow. The final that I have not put a lot of work into yet. So the final that I am working on after the stream. Tonight. Probably until I go to bed. So. Let's do one quick pass through, going through all the little dead end points to see if there's anything which needs to be done as far as covering up the outside world. Like that. That literally, that one block is probably the only reason that we're doing this right now, going back through the maze. But not really maze. No, this isn't a maze. Wilds is a maze. This is not. This is nothing. That is a 7-story maze. This is nothing. This is a house of mirrors compared to that. Actually, no, a house of mirrors can actually be a pretty decent maze. This is something, that is something. These are not in the same category. There we go. That's accurate. I think that accurately describes it. More so accurately describes it. Now it's our time to take these and craft a boatload of nether bricks and to turn a decent number of them into walls. And we're going to experiment now. Now these are bulky, right? That's pretty bulky block, right? But we want something which can support that. Look at this. This is using the new wall textures. It actually looks like it would be a supporting joist or something. Like it actually looks like that because of how the textures adapt. I mean, look at this. Yeah, it's short, but which mineshaft doesn't have short ones? I used the bricks. It doesn't look quite the same, but I want it to go for a different look. There is other options as far as which kind of bricks we're going to use, though. We can go and make these as well. And actually, we'll leave this one standing. And we will make ourselves another one. Another doorway. Not doorway. Support frame. Like that. Now, which one do you think? We're going to go with one of these. Or I could technically go the basalt route, but I don't think the basalt one looks... It looks too finished. Because the other thing with these is I can actually smelt these down and create the cracked variants of them as well. I don't think you can do that with the basalt. So I think that's what we're going to do. Can I smelt this? No. Okay. Cannot smelt that. Got it. I think we're going to go this route with it. And then we can do some finer decorating around like the outside with this. Like this main one can be out of the nether brick or netherrack. But the interior go for the black stone, I think. It adds to the darker look to it too. It makes it look like, is this really a mine or is this something else too? Because you're like, this is like a building material, not a mine material. So I think that's the way we're gonna go about it. So if we go, did I bring more blackstone? I ask the question. As if there was a question to be asked. Oh wait, hold on. Is there basalt bricks? Polished basalt. Nope, there isn't basalt bricks. Okay, that was a waste. You can't smelt it either? You can't crack it? No. Is there something you can do with the basalt in here? No. Okay. Good to know. That was a waste of basalt. That's fine because we can generate more. Blackstone. We don't need the blackstone slabs. Polished blackstone stairs. We don't need stairs. We just want blackstone walls, polished blackstone, and then of course our good friend, well, soon to be good friend, cracked blackstone as well. So let's go through. Oh wait, those are blackstone walls. How do these look? Probably not what we're looking for. No. Well, I mean, I guess we could. We could use this as like weathering. Like very severe weathering, but that might work. We'll use that as a weathered variant. How about that? Other than that, let's make ourselves more of these. This is our cave-in area here. So we're going to go boom, boom, boom. Probably have one of these like down here, but it'd make more sense if it were a slab in that case. So I think we will get a black stone slab and put it like there. No. Like the wall like just crumbled entirely. And then here we'll have cracked polished black stone. Like it bore too much of a load and then failed. And then, as in every proper cave-in, you have to make it look realistic. And one part of that is putting in the area where all of the stuff that just caved in came from. So now if we go back inside, you see, oh, well, there's where the cave-in came from. You know, it's not just, it didn't just appear out of nowhere. You can see that hole up there came down here. Right? And then we're going to need to mess around with some armor stands, have some people like halfway in the rubble and that. But, yeah. And then here, because this is kind of like the middle of a zone, we're going to have a pillar going up into the ceiling, right? And then from that pillar, there's going to be little things or little bits shooting off in either direction. So that what you end up having is this highly supported like beam area. Now this isn't your atypical mine structure, but this is the Nether. This is the Nether. Like nothing's going to be your typical mine structure in the Nether. This is normally a setup you would only see in a much larger area than this, but you know, we might as well go with it. Yeah, you wouldn't see this in such a small area, but we are going to see it here. So we'll say that this was like an area where they would like convene or whatever. But then over here, we're going to have it where this is like fallen. And kind of been coated in other bits. But like not super badly. That, Another area where it kind of failed and then, we'll say that there's like completely failed structures like right there, whatever. Or maybe just like one, Nah. I think we'll leave that there, maybe like that. Like it still was being worked on, whatever. Might be a little bit better, I have an idea. I do need to go get more walls though. So let's go do that real quick. Now I wonder, are there cracked walls? No. Okay. There are not cracked walls. That would be cool if there were cracked walls, but then they would be fairly similar probably to the normal stone walls. That we're not going to put anything in. We'll just say that was a void, a natural void. Okay. Come on. There we go. Get rid of that bright light source. We don't need that in here. All right, go like that. Then go like that. You need to go. You're getting replaced. We'll put cracked there. Then we'll put normal there. That doesn't really look right. We're gonna have to go with that for there. That doesn't really fit super well, but that's what it has to be, I suppose. This whole thing is making me think that there's not enough support structure here to hold this place up. Honestly. It's like, to me, this is just hanging in there by like a thread in like reality. In all honesty. That's what it feels like to me. It's bad. It's so bad. I guess I ended up not needing anywhere near as many nether bricks as I thought. But okay, it's coming together. It's coming together, I think. We're definitely going to need to work on the outside here. But up here is starting to look pretty neat. Around the outside, though, it does look like it's a blob of nether. Just a solid blob of nether. That's what it looks like on the outside. Except for this little spot here, where I have my smelter and everything set up. So what do we need? We need armor stands. I need a piece of flint so I can edit the armor. What? Hold on, we're not even there yet. We're not there yet. We still have terraining to do on the inside of the build. We'll throw all these blocks into this one. I'll have to go through after I get enough of my homework done and fix all of my storage issues. Anyways, what is it that we need it to do? We need to add in some decoration stuff. These are going to be prizes, I think. I think we'll use these lanterns. I have them, and I did bring them for this purpose. We're not going to do the soul lantern route, I don't think. We could, but I don't think we're going to. So if we want to, just do a vein of 3 of those there. Think up in that corner, we'll put ancient debris. This is weird. There's going to be less gilded blackstone in this than ancient debris, probably. Better idea for this stuff. This is going to be nether gold. That fell down on the people trying to get it. Any subtle messaging there? Possibly. Let's put some of this down there. Now, I wonder what this would look like with shaders. That would be interesting to see. I'm not sure. I'm not going to get shaders just so I can look at it in shaders. But I think that would be interesting. No, hold on. We need to leave a void. We're going to wait until we put the miners down to put down the lanterns. Hopefully no one comes through and griefs the ancient debris. There are ways of tracking them on this server, though, if someone does attempt that. So you will be found. Theft is no minor offense. Nor defense. I think I have too much ore for this build. I think I very much got too much ore for this. We'll leave that. Now if we go through it, just to kind of get a see about how this is distributed, I think it looks pretty okay. The distribution seems fairly even. Not the most even, but fairly even. Now it is armor stand time. So let's go back to base after I can find the wood I brought. So, all right. We need our stone. I think it's this kind of stone. No. I don't know which kind of stone it is. Is that right? Of course not. I don't know. Are they not slabs? I know I've had an armor stand in the past, but it doesn't... Okay, I have an option. It's called looking up how to make an armor stand. Oh, one slabby jabby. And then a bunch of sticks. And voila, we got ourselves 6 armor stands. But we're gonna make ourselves a handful more. Slabby jabby. That's what they're called. There we go. Have a decent handful of them. How should I equip them? Diamond pickaxes or iron pickaxes? I'm gonna go the iron route. And they're going to have iron helmets as well. They're going to need leather shirts. I'm going to need to see if someone's selling leather. But I'm actually going to use the leather. I'm not going to buy it as a part of a meme. I'm having flashbacks, by the way, if you couldn't tell. We're going to need red dye. Oh, hold on. We have some of these, and we can use these in the build as well. I need more beets so I can get more red dye. And fortunately we have a beet field. It is small, but it'll give me, I think, enough to do at least a little bit. And I need to harvest my wheat so that we can do leather on our own, not requiring all of the leather to come from others. I don't know what's up with my internet, guys. It's a little bit better now that we have the new router, but I think it is on the ISP side, even though they refuse to admit it, that it might be. Because I shouldn't be lagging like this. Normally I'm extremely smooth on this server, so even while streaming. Oh, the screen is doing weird things. Hello. That was weird. Anyways. Well, we have a little bit of leather more now. We do need to make that. Okay, we need to go to the mall to buy some leather. I know there's leather being sold here. There is, and there is leather. There we go. And we're back out here now. It looks like the video is having keyframing issues. That could just be my second computer, though. Oh, I didn't bring any flint. Where's the gravel I brought? I brought gravel. Is that Silk Touch? That's Silk Touch. What? Fortune doesn't work on gravel. You're joking me. Okay. Whenever it's on the pickaxe, it doesn't work. It does whenever it's not on the pickaxe. Will you please? Thank you. If we set down the armor stand here, we go boop. So we actually want to equip him first. So let's do that. So we want the guy to have an iron helmet, have an iron pick, like so. Um, is it show arms? Okay, now you're going to hold a pickaxe, you're going to hold a helmet on your head, and you're going to need boom, 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 boom. Please don't tell me that you're having a problem, Windows. I'm not interested in it. Okay. We're now going to come over here and go red, red, and then brown. And now we want this dude to first turn around. Not like that. Rotate body parts along the Y. It should be around. Okay, no, whole body. Tiny adjustments. Rotate entire armor stand. Hey. We're figuring this out. Okay. Now, turn base plate off. Now, we want to rotate along X. And then we want to rotate body parts along X. Rotate entire armor stand around X. Is that possible? Apparently not. Because it is still rotating the wrong way. We do need to turn off gravity. Oh, so now it's making the armor stand visible and invisible. Now, I am doing this right, aren't I? Oh, I see. I have to do it individually for each body part. Why can't I rotate? Okay. We want the entire armor stand to lay down. Which is why I want to select this and I want to select rotate entire armor stand. But that only does it that way. Is it move? No. I need to be able to interact with this armor stand's inventory. There we go. Alright, we need to now make the stand invisible. We now placement, fine adjustment. We need to rotate the torso. Body position. Like that. We need to go move the armor stand. So that is in the block. We now need to rotate the torso. I am telling it to rotate. Oh, I am setting it to rotate. But it's not rotating along the correct axis. It should be... I see what's going on. So unfortunately, this guy was wearing a belt, apparently. We're going to instead have to nudge in the Z. Okay, so there's another armor stand here. And this one's going to hold the pickaxe that the guy was holding. Show arms, please. Okay. Wrong arm, okay. Then along Z. We're going to turn off the base plate. We're going to make it invisible. We're going to turn off gravity. We're going to now move and now down the Y. All right, let's make it visible so I can see its hitbox. So I know what to click on. Moving. I'm not supposed to be able to hold that in my hand. Okay. Along the Y. Then we want to move along la Z. Ooh, the lighting bug makes it look like it's been like dirtied, which is actually kind of cool too. We don't want it like in the guy's boot. More like that. And now we can make it invisible again. There we go. So that's kind of what we're going for, right? can be like, oh shoot, there was a guy there at one point in time. Yeah. And actually, if we break this, with a pickaxe, you can actually put a lantern down like it was there too. I'm getting carried away with this, if you can't tell. I see why people really enjoy doing this. Actually, that doesn't look right. We're not going to do that. How do you break an armor stand? With your fist, apparently. Anyway, so that's, I guess, what we're going for a little bit there, everyone. So thank you all so much for coming, sticking around. I know we're not done with this project yet, but I mean, it's actually out of the ground now. So our last official act of the stream before we go, and I believe we can actually raid someone tonight, because I believe that there are people who I want to raid, who we can raid. So stick around for that. But we need to actually stake our claim to this. There we go. It has to be mine themed because of our name. We're going to leave all these building materials here. I'm going to have to go come online probably over the weekend. Maybe our next stream too will be on here. But anyways, guys, make sure to check out the Discord, !Discord, if you're not there already. There is currently a vote up for what you guys want to see on my live streams. So don't miss out on that. It's a really simple vote. I decided to not go through Twitter with the vote because I don't want to force people to having a Twitter. I think most people probably have a Discord, and not so many have a Twitter at this, or right now. So anyways, !Discord for that. YouTube, which I am hoping to be returning to next week at some point, will be !YouTube. Yeah. So anyways, guys, thank you again for all coming by. We're going to see who we're going to raid tonight. I don't normally stream on Thursdays, so it looks like we're going to raid Gooderness, playing some Minecraft. So /raid Gooderness. I know it won't come up as a raid thing because of changes that Twitch made, but it will come up as a host. So I hope to see you all there. And yeah, stay safe, stay sober, make good choices, as my pre-calculus teacher would say.